So, if you didn't already notice, there's a tiny little card at your table. It's a black card, and it tells you the signs and symptoms of brain aneurysms. It's small because I didn't want you to have any excuse why you wouldn't take it with you. It fits inside the men's pocket, just the same as it does in the nice purse that the lady is wearing. And that one card might save a life. A woman who was with me kayaking, Denise, say hi. Can you just get up for just 1 second over there? This is Denise Ludwig, right? Thank you, Denise. She was in the kayak. She had absolutely no idea what was going on. Neither did I.
The morning started out with just a wonderful day on the water. We got into the water, and the thing I kept saying over and over is, Tarja, there's glass, it's just glass, and we never will have that again. We kayaked for probably an hour and a half, and then on the way back, we just turned the corner to go back to the boat launch where we were, and she started complaining that she was like hyperventilating, and then started to say something about her neck hurt. And I was like, well, you've never kayaked. So, and I knew she was in good shape. So I said, well, maybe your muscles are sore because we kayaked an hour and a half. You don't usually kayak the first time for an hour and a half. And I said, maybe you're just sore muscles. And then she finally told me that she needed to go back in. I took her immediately back in. So obviously there was something going on, but there wasn't anything physical other than sore muscles, maybe a little bit of breathing. And then by the time I got her to shore, she was complaining of a headache, like one of the worst headaches she ever had. So I got her off the kayak and up to a bench, and I parked her there. After I took her home we pulled up into the driveway, and then she said something weird about her eyes. I don't remember the exact words, but she said something going on with my eyes. And I told her, you need to immediately call Carl. Carl was her boyfriend who was a doctor. And then Carl told us immediately to go to the ER when she described what was going on. Well, the transition from community to cottage, I would say the transition from my car to community was one of the worst experiences of my life, because the triage nurse was asking me to move out of the ER parking driveway. And I'm like, no. I ran in, I told him I have someone emergency I need you to come get, and she's arguing with me, telling me, oh, is she just not hyperventilating, but she just doesn't feel well from being out in a kayak for the first time. I said, no, it's more serious than that. You need to come get her now. By that time, we went out and got her. She was throwing up on the ground. And I was just adamant, you need to get her in. I thought to myself, is this the last time she's going to get to talk to her sons? Because she was telling me, I can't hold the phone, Denise. So I was holding the phone to her. She told both her sons she loved them. And so I didn't know what. It's kind of, I have some sort of avoidance, because it brings up a lot of emotion. Sometimes I'm not able to cope with, like she wants to introduce me as saving her life, and she thinks that, and I hope that that's what I believe as well. I just know that I told her, I'm the right person to have been with you that day. And I don't even remember if I wrote poems at that time because I had so much emotion, like she could have died with me. The most important thing, I think, is of meeting Tarja, of watching her recovery, watching her go through it, knowing her background in her life, her business, I would say the most important thing is just to be present right now. And she is that person, and welcoming. Like from the moment I met her, I was like part of her family. So I would say with Tarja, and that why wouldn't I want to be there for you when something like this would happen? Even though I don't know you more than one time I met you. I'm just glad she's here because that was my worst fear. That would be hard. Especially for a person you meet in one day.
I love you.
Love you too.
Thank you. Thank you.